Hey everybody, it's Dave here. Welcome to Holiday for Two. Today we're going to take a little trip through Hualapai Mountain Park and show you some different camping areas that are around here. In less than a 30-minute drive southwest of Kingman, Arizona, Hualapai Mountain Park has lots of different types of camping available. There's actual hookups in an RV park, as well as some dry camping opportunities and cabins. We'll show you around, so stay tuned as we go.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Taking a ride up Hualapai Mountain Park Road to the cabins up here, or to the park area. You'll be greeted on the side here. Coming up on the right will be the ranger station. That's where you're going to turn in and find the camping area. There's a little small store here. They have ice and some basic stuff available. I would suggest if you're coming from Kingman or coming up from the valley area, make sure you get all your supplies ahead of time. And this is where you're going to check in, right here at the office. Once you get through the office and get all checked in, you're going to go find your spots. Now, there's lots of different camping things available here. There's dry camping areas where you can dry camp. There's also cabins you can rent, as well as an RV park, and I'll show you that at the end. So if you missed something or you want to find out how to find this place, stay tuned at the end of the video, and I'll show you on a map how to find Hualapai Mountain Park. Those of you that are in the Kingman area, you'll probably know right away where this is at. But a friend of mine and I, we drove up through here. Harry and I drove up, and we kind of scope out some of the dry camp areas here, like on the left coming up here in just a second. Now, some of these areas, like you see here, are not exactly the kind of places you may want to bring a big motorhome down, but a small trailer or a tent camp setup where you have a rooftop tent, things like that on a Jeep or truck. This would be great down here. In fact, there's a lot of places where there's little tables and fire pits, and not really a designated gravel kind of a campground area, but they do have tables and fire pits in certain areas, or it's graded down where you can, like off to the side there, you see maybe a table. That kind of an indicator that it's a camping area right in there. So definitely something to check out here, some of the dry camp areas. The prices, I'll show you those on the board there at the end as well, so you can get a little breakdown of those. As you head up some of the different roads here, you'll see some cabins. And some of the smaller cabins rent from anywhere from $80 to $100 a night, which I think is pretty reasonable. And you're at about 6,400 feet in here, so even in the summertime, the temperatures will be nice. It'll cool down at night. It might get a little warm in the daytime. There's a little spot right ahead there where we pulled in. And even though some of these spots are not exactly like paved or anything, they're pretty level. You could get leveled up if you pulled in and just get yourself leveled up with some levelers or things like that. But a lot of dry camping areas, and we'll show you around some of those. And go on and up ahead up the road here, the small cabins. There are some big cabins, larger ones that will hold up to 12 people, which would be a great camp setup if you want to come up here with like two couples want to come up here when they got kids. They have cabins that'll hold 12 people. They're a little bit more. I'll show you again. I'll show you the price breakdown on the list at the end. And I'll be sure to put links down below for all the websites so you can go and check information on Hualapai Mountain Park. Like I said, there's some dry camp areas here. There's also an RV park where you can hook up with power. And just keep watching it, and I'll show you that. But we're just driving through, taking a look at some of the camp spots, as well as some of the smaller cabins you see off to the right there. As you're driving around, you'll see some areas that look like they have been burned in the past, and that's true. They had a fire come through here a few years ago.
See, that's a spot for you.
That's not a bad spot.
Yeah, that's easy to get into. Just pull right in.
Got a little porta potty right over there. Hey
That one's a
everybody,
spot too, but it's a little trickier getting in, it looks like.
checking out Hualapai here. This is Hualapai Campground.
Yep. Hualapai Mountain Park.
I'm gonna kind of check everything out because I haven't been up here in years. They used to have little teepees up here that you could rent, but I think they tore those down and put the cabins up instead. But they were like little teepee cabins. But all the teepee cabins I think have been torn down and replaced with the little small wood cabins. Really nice through here. These little cabins have are the smaller ones. I'm not sure exactly what's inside as far as amenities. Whether there's I think some of them have bathrooms, but whether they have kitchens and stuff. Now the larger ones probably would have a kitchen, a little small, what they call a kitchenette kind of setup. But again, I'll put links below so you can check it out. But it's a pretty area. It's like I said, 25-30 minutes southwest of Kingman, near a little community called Pinyon Pines. It's just about 4 or 5 miles up the road from there. We did a video before this, the week before this, on Wild Cow Springs Campground. Now it's a little more remote, not too far from here. That's actually one of the older cabins straight ahead that were built by the Civilian Conservation Corps back in the 1930s. Some of the cabins that are there are the older cabins. There's a lot of the newer ones though. So you'll get a print. When you go to the little office there, as you check in, they'll give you all the information. You can also check online or call them and find out what the prices are or what the amenities are and that sort of stuff. And like I said, there was a fire here, I want to say it was about 4 or 5 years ago, that came through and burned some of the area, but not all of the area. And we actually pulled in, Harry and I pulled in here and parked. This little spot up here I thought was just really, really cool. I could bring my motorhome and park it right here and get an awesome view. This is a cool view, though. I tell you what, I could get my motorhome up here.
Oh yeah, you can get your motorhome and 3 tents probably.
So I could pull it in.
And then you got parking there.
It would be getting it level here, though, would be kind of tricky.
Yeah, yeah.
Although that spot, if I backed in right there, I'd
Yeah,
probably be okay.
Here is kind of like flat.
Yeah.
And once you block this entrance, it's all you. And it is just one spot anyway.
Got a fire pit and a table and a view. Man, see, that'd be really neat. You could put your patio right here.
Yeah, you put your patio right there.
To where we are?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
Further up.
further up. Okay. What a view, though. Wow.
Yeah, what a view, right?
That's Hualapai Peak right there. Now, wasn't that a cool spot there? I really like that spot. And you know, you do see a lot of little porta-johns around through here, so that I think they've added some of those, especially for the dry camp areas, I believe. And there's another little cabin and a restroom area off this side there. It's easy to get lost. They do give you a map, which is good, because you do kind of get lost in here on when you turn around through some of these roads. The other spot I talked about just a few minutes ago called Wild Cow Springs Campground, that's more of a very primitive area to camp, and you need a 4x4. Highly recommend taking a 4x4 back and through there. But in just a second, stay tuned because I'm going to take you through and show you the RV park here with hookups. Now we're at Pioneer RV Park. There's actual hookups here. Looks like they have about 10 sites. So this is Pioneer RV Park, and you can kind of see the area here. That looks like number 9 and 10 maybe. There's a host over there. There's a couple of places off to the side here. You are here. Alright. Maybe that's the host right there. Alright. There's another spot we saw just around the curve there. Really nice up here though. Hualapai Mountain County Park. It's not affiliated. You can't use your discount pass here like you would for the national parks. So just be aware of that. And there's some of the prices on the board, and I'll be sure to add links below so you can further check it out. Hey, safe travels wherever you're going this time of year. There's some really cool places to get out and see. It's a beautiful country out there. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to share and subscribe so you'll see more videos we do of camping places and adventures in the future. And stay tuned because I'll show you on a map how to find Hualapai Mountain Park. Have a great day. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to show folks how to find Hualapai Mountain Park near Kingman, Arizona. And those of you that don't know the area, I'll show you how to get there. Those of you that do know Kingman area, well, if you want to watch, you can. This is Kingman right there. Going to come down from Las Vegas on the 93 if you're coming that way. Or if you're coming up 40 from Los Angeles area, or like down in La Paz County, that area, down in Havasu. Or if you're coming from Phoenix, you're going to come up I-40, and you're going to actually take the 93 over here, come on the 40, and you're going to look for DW Ranch Road exit, which is approximately in here somewhere. Kingman, you're just going to take Hualapai Mountain Road out to Pinyon Pines. And it's about a half an hour southwest. So it's really close to Kingman, which makes it nice. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now, I did a video last week on Wild Cow Springs Campground. That's a little more remote. There it is. It's a little more remote. It's about 5-6 miles of dirt road. It's kind of rough, kind of narrow in spots, so it's not a place I would take a motorhome. Although I've heard stories of people who take toy haulers out there and fifth wheels. But do it at your own risk. That's what I'm going to say. It's a little bit of a narrow road. If you want to see just how narrow, watch the video and then you can see. But up here is a little community called Pine Lake. There's a lot of cabins in here. There's also an RV park. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can actually kind of see some stuff. There we go. So when you come up from Pinyon Pines, you're going to come up to 147 here. Just Hualapai Mountain Road, I believe is all it's called. And there is an RV park right in this area. There's no trees. There are 30 amp and 50 amp hookups. And there's probably 40 or 50 spots up in here, maybe more. But if you're looking for shade and you want a campground, you're going to take the turn at the ranger station that you saw and then go back in here. There are cabins in here, and there are lots of dry camping spots like you saw in the video, some places where we pulled out. And there is, of course, the RV park, which was back in the back area here. Let me kind of zoom in, but a little bit, hang on, much. That's where the ranger station is right there where we came in. And there's a lot of little dry camping spots kind of intermixed in here, as well as cabins. I want to say the RV park was back in here, but like right there. I think that's where it is. Levi Levi Camp Road. It's right in that area. And that's the one you saw in the video. And I'll put some links below so you can click on their website links. This is not an affiliated area with like the national park. So if you have one of those Arizona or America the Beautiful passes, you can't use those here. All right, just so you I'll let you know that right away. This is, I want to say this is just an independent park through the county. Okay, so that it's not like affiliated with the national parks. So they have their own sets of fees and everything like that. There is a ranger station up here. There's also a little community called Pine Mountain over here, or Pine Lake. Lots of cabins, a really pretty little area to drive through. They have their own ranger station here. It looks like they may even have a couple of them. And then you see this flag mine road. If you have a four-wheel drive vehicle and you want to go do a little adventuring, take this road and you can get to Wild Cow Springs, as well as a couple of mines that are back here, old abandoned mines like the American Flag Mine. And actually, this is a real popular Jeep trail. Oh man, that really zoomed out a lot. Sorry about that. There we go. There's a couple of other mines back here. Antelope Mine, Mariposa Mine. And this is a popular Jeeper trail back in here on this road. And there's roads that actually take you out to the 93. Blake Ranch Road is over farther east. So there's a lot of trails in here. So if you have ATVs or dirt bikes or razors or Can-Ams, those kind of side-by-sides, or a Jeep or truck and four-wheel drive, there's a lot of places to explore. And I saw this dinosaur rock, so I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know if there's any dinosaur bones back there. Might be worth going to check out, though. I didn't get back there to see all that. But the peak that you saw in my video, that was Hualapai Mountain Peak, which is about, I'm going to say 8,500 feet is the height of Hualapai Peak right there. There it is. And let's just click on it and see if they give me a real quick. Google Maps tells me just how high it is. No, it doesn't really give me an altitude. Oh, 8,400 feet. That's right. And there's a really, really neat hiking trail that goes up there, but it's very challenging. So just be aware. It's a challenging hike. So if you don't try to go up there thinking that it's an easy hike, okay? I wouldn't want somebody to get started to getting up there and go, well, Dave said this was an easy hike. No. It's not an easy hike. So just beware. My thing keeps zooming out. But that is Hualapai Mountain Park, Arizona, about 25-30 minutes southwest of Kingman. Nice place to check out. Some camping up there. Or maybe you're in the mood for looking at cabins. Who knows? Pine Lake is up there, a little community of cabins and stuff. Real pretty. I do know they had a fire that went through there, I want to say less than 5 years ago. And so you will see some fire scarring from the fire that went through there. Still very pretty, very unique area of Arizona. A lot of history. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you on the next one. Bye.